Band walk variations. So what we're working here is just a lateral walk. We need 2 mini bands. You can also do this with a larger mini band across your feet, but I really prefer the 2 mini bands. And I'm going to show you also one with a med ball also. So what a band walk is we're getting down in that athletic position. We're going to be on the balls of our feet. Knees are bent, hips are sunk, abs are tight. We're that rod again. And what we're doing now is we're making sure that our shoulders are over our hips and our hips are over our toes, but also that everything is in line. So if I let these bands go, it would pull me in. I need to hold out against that so I get that good pressure. And also with my toes, I want to try and keep them pointed forward. And I want to keep my toes in line with my knees, hips, shoulders, all the way through in that athletic position. And then we're going to move laterally. And so this is going to work our glute med, our abduction. And so it really helps us to keep our leg in a straight position as we're running, as we're cutting, as we're jumping, as we're standing, as we're walking, any of that. So kind of that duck foot that people would call, or the external rotation, we're really working on keeping that toe pointed forward. So you will really feel this one in the side of your butt, that glute med. So 4 different variations. The first one is just a simple band walk. The one tip on all of these, what I want to tell you is we're not going to slide our foot. This is not athletic. I don't want to get outside of this like this and just slide and move. What I want to do is kind of push off this outside leg and lift this toe. So I keep the band tight, and then I'm going to replace. So it's going to be a step, replace, and it's a lift, step, replace. Lift, step, and we're replacing as we go. So not just sliding. That's not athletic. That's not what we want to do to help ourselves become a better athlete. So as I go, just a normal band walk, hands are going to be in front, weights over my toes, step, replace, step, replace, step, replace. And what I would do is probably go maybe 10, 15 feet, one direction, stay facing that direction, and come back. Now, the next variation that I add onto this is a med ball. And then if you're training somebody or somebody's training you, what we can do with this is we're going to add some core stability, and we're going to add counter rotation. So you're going to have to hold the ball back in that athletic position. Okay? You're going to have to hold the ball out straight. I want the elbows locked out here. And then from that position, then somebody can be pushing and moving as you're trying to step. So we're adding some of that core strength and working on that counter rotation. That's one of my favorite variations of band walk. So we do the same thing, athletic position, and then we step, replace, step, replace, step, replace, and somebody be moving and trying to hit the ball as we're going. Okay? So that's variation number 2. The third one, what we're going to do is get down in our landing position when we jump. So we're going to put our arms way behind. What this is going to do is change our center of gravity. It's going to put more weight farther back, and then we're going to have to be able to balance that on our toes. So we sink nice and deep, a little deeper in that athletic position, hands are back. We still have to lift the knee and the toe and step, replace. You notice I'm not putting my head up on this one, because if I did, I would arch my back and I would probably fall over. So we're trying to keep that rod and be flat in the back from our ear through our hip, and make sure that we're looking down, spotting something, getting our hands behind us. The last variation, and probably one of the hardest ones, is now we're going to do a high knee band walk. So you're going to really lift your knee. Before we're kind of just lifting, we're going to drive it as high as we can, still with our hips sunk in this athletic position, and then walk back and forth. So we're down here, and we're going to high knee as big as we can, still keeping that band tight, toes are pointed forward, working back and forth, whether it's 15, 20 feet, or even if you have a small area, you can just work back and forth multiple times. So it's a great exercise to work that glute med, work keeping the foot straight, and prepare you for those athletic positions. I like to put this in front of my agility ladder a lot, and because we do our agility ladder with our mini bands also, and it just kind of prepares us and wakes up our hips, knowing that, okay, now we're going to start working foot speed. We got to be ready for this. So it's a great drill, working those hips and working that athletic position.